Get up, come forward, and take care. Short story Anthony Cooray, my dear reader, this creation was also published by Amirandi Publishers to present you. The sun rose, surprising the villagers. The reason for this was the banner of the Association for the Protection of the Rights of the Matchmaker, who proposed the marriages, which was hung on Mr. Surawira Matchmaker's land facing the main road. Mr. Surawira the Matchmaker, dressed in a batik sarong and a white-sleeved vest, and wearing a pair of new rubber sandals, walked the road with great pomp and show. He did not forget to chat with passers-by. The villagers believed that this banner had made Surawira's very untidy and dirty clothes neat and clean. A wise man once said that even if his manners changed, his style did not. That was true. Surawira, who was bald, had a few strands of hair on his head. It was his habit to oil his head daily. Because of his shiny baldness, the boys called him the moon that rises in the daytime. No matter what meeting he was in or on a journey, he would reach into his front shirt pocket and take out his comb and make it part of his duty to comb the few strands of hair that remained several times an hour. By 9 in the morning, the tin shed that had been erected on the side of Surawira's land was filled with matchmakers who had come from all over. Surawira was appointed chairman by the unanimous decision of the council. From then on, Surawira was seen as a horse with horns. He began his introduction speech. Friends, I will not harm the trust you have placed in me with even a single strand. Even though I am the chairman, I would like to say that I am the servant of all these matchmakers. The council began to applaud loudly. Now look, friends, do those who are responsible for public affairs in the village. The priest, the monk, the principal, the village officer, the chairman of the various village committees even invite matchmakers. No, no, the congregation began to chant. Our profession has been undermined within the village. We must change this. With rapid applause, the assembly shouted that they had chosen the right person. Friends, I have thought carefully. How can these organizations develop? How, the council questioned. Because of legal assistance. I decided to get legal assistance for our organization. At that time, the congregation expressed their joy by banging on the tin shed. Friends, we must pay a membership fee of 250 rupees every month for attorney fees. Oh. The congregation silently expressed their displeasure, scratching their heads. Why do you take this lightly, my friends? How risky is our profession? If we make a mistake, we will be beaten on both sides. They also demand punishment for our children. That's why, no matter how much we try, our children's marriages are broken. Recently, Surawira, a matchmaker, went missing. The parties who were angry about a proposed marriage came looking for Surawira, and since he was hiding, caused a lot of damage to his house and left. Surawira decided that day that he should not undertake this risky job without the assistance of a lawyer. Excuse me, one of the matchmakers stood up. This proposal is not good enough. Lawyers will never use their robes for us. That's right. I know how those black robes are used in divorce cases. I can't stand to hear it. Even if the chairman is late, let's think of a way to get the job done. Let's try to make our children lawyers. Children will support their fathers in the future. The congregation, which was reluctant to pay 250 rupees, unanimously approved the proposal. Secretary Matchmaker reported that the council had refused legal assistance. Now, Surawira has no use for this organization. He is frustrated and greedy for the rupees spent, even preparing lunch for the matchmaking gentleman, due to the risk he is in. Allow me, I have an idea too. We need to make the villagers understand the value of our profession. Now let's see, does the priest or the village official know about the girl who needs the marriage? No, the congregation shouted. We're keeping an eye on that girl until she's old enough. In short, We're providing the kind of protection that Mom and Dad don't. Certain truth, the congregation shouted again. Do the priests know about the conflicts, inconsistencies, and secrets in those families? No, the congregation raised their voices. We are protecting the self-respect of those families so that they don't become a burden. The secretary's report noted that it was suggested that the villagers should be made aware that matchmaking is the most essential and sensitive profession for a village. Allow me, I have something to say too. When we were doing matchmaking, there were many marriage proposals in the newspapers, but we didn't get into it. They had things like caste, property, gender, religion, and occupation in brief. We only stopped at an advertisement saying sorry for the mistake, because it was related to their personal lives. Is that right? Even before the marriage, we made both parties happy. We said that it is a blessing when someone has swivel eyes. The land that was only grass given as dowry was turned into coconut land. We turned mountains into flat lands. There is nothing wrong with that, because we created and drew it. After the marriage, it is their duty to reconcile the two parties for their own self-respect and future. Our responsibility was only to make the couple. What has happened now? Our jobs have been destroyed because of this internet. The internet is better than us. The real face of a girl is seen only after the wedding night. The pictures are edited and colored, posted on the internet, and married. Only then do we realize that the person in the photo is not the real person. So before the wedding album is even finished, the couple is in court for divorce. Exactly. Put the sugar in your mouth. After a long silence, Chairman Surawira raised his voice. You complain about broken marriages online. Do you curse? No, only the rich get angry. Do broken marriages, couples filing for divorce, leave because they were cheated on online? They are holding onto that reputation with both hands, looking at it with their eyes and later pressing the buttons to chat. Now we have identified the common enemy of our profession. Who? Who is that? The assembly rose in voice. No one else but the internet. The secretary noted that the common enemy of the matchmaker had been identified. I have permission to say something. Look at how a crook dresses. They wear white shirts, black pants, shiny shoes, sunglasses, using briefcases and smartphones, and that's how they go about their thefts. We do such a sensitive profession without showing our shortcomings. Let's put aside our broken umbrellas, worn-out bags, and dirty clothes and change to suit the modern world. Then we will be able to attract the younger generation to this profession. As soon as he sat down, several matchmaker gentlemen stood up at once and expressed their opposition. Those are good suggestions, but they can't be done in a hurry. It takes at least 6 months to get used to wearing them. The secretary made his note as a resolution passed with amendments. I agree. We have created this occupational hazard ourselves. Let us learn from the internet, rather than being criticized for it. We work from the neighboring village to this village. If we make a mistake, we get caught between two villages. Now look at the internet. We also work for marriages and proposals abroad, without taking any responsibility. If we make a mistake, will they bring us a threat? Struggle. Let us learn. Work from the north to the south. Racism and religious fanaticism will stop there. Work from the east to the west. As the number of kilometers increases, marriages will be saved. We will also be saved. How is that? The congregation asked. There is no third party to intervene in family disputes. The two fight, make up, and become friends again. Is that right? When there are elders nearby, they come to help divorce and curse us who stay away. The secretary made a note to note the distance in kilometers when arranging weddings. I also want to educate matchmakers about the English abbreviations used in our profession. That is a fanciful idea, the assembly said. The secretary also noted that they had decided to feed the dialogue of the matchmakers with English abbreviations. A very elderly man stood up and the assembly fell silent. Excuse me, We are valuable people. Did big politicians, businessmen, and people from the valleys get married online? Even today, those nobles come looking for us, don't they? We have protected the confidentiality of those people. Have those politicians broken even a single thing we talked about? No, the marriage has been maintained until death. No matter who is around the country, they have not broken the marriage we have made. Is that not enough? Tell them our value. The entire congregation was filled with joy, and they were very excited that the marriage of the special people they had married had not been broken despite 1,000 shortcomings. No matter what necklaces those nobles wear, they throw them away when they come home. We are so trustworthy that we even tell the children of those nobles to work as matchmakers. It is true. The council rejoiced. The value of a matchmaker was recognized at the very first council meeting, the secretary noted. I'm allowed two. I'm not a matchmaker. As soon as one young man said this, the congregation turned around and asked, "Then why the hell did you come to this congregation?" As the chairman glared angrily at the secretary entered in the record book that no one who was not a matchmaker was allowed to enter this congregation. Why are you getting angry, friends? I've been listening to the congregation for hours, so let me speak for 5 minutes. Chairman Surawira said that no matter what, we older people should allow the younger ones to express their opinions. Thank you very much, Chairman. You are a noble gentleman who tolerates dissenting opinions, allows young people to express their opinions and democratic values. Surawira clapped his hands alone, unable to bear the appreciation bestowed upon him. When the chairman looked at the secretary, he was forced to note that democratic values were given priority in the assembly. Friends, you all are the owners of a noble profession, pioneers in nation building. The congregation expressed their joy by pounding on the tin shed. Friends, you cannot build a world by breaking up a family. A destroyed family will not produce a harmonious nation with a healthy body and mind. Certain truth, the congregation roared. You can save a family very easily. There is no point in asking the gods. Friends, marriage is supposed to protect the family. The gods have only family problems. If the gods file divorce cases, we will also have to build new courts. Therefore, you must come forward to make the family and marriage successful. Everyone must become noble professionals who build and protect marriage and the family. You must use your profession conscientiously for human values and development. To choose only one woman for one man, you must first be good. When making a good marriage, take care of the family background. Only if the stone is good, the ground turmeric does not spoil. The country, nation, religion add an invaluable value to a family and marriage. The world is a picture full of fathers, mothers, and children. That picture is a pride for a country and a nation. Only you can do that. Friends, the Creator created one man and one woman. That is marriage. That is family. It is filled with beauty, responsibility, love, and the trust of sacrifice. Love is born only between men and women. Men and women have a serious responsibility that begins with love and ends with lust, fulfilling it for the sake of humanity. It is only these men and women who breed their kind and maintain a country and a nation. Distortion destroys a country, a nation, an entire human race. You and I are people of nature. Therefore, come forward to take this responsibility. Your service has come at a time when it is more necessary than ever. We honor our mothers and fathers for giving us life. The workforce of a country is formed only because of the attraction of the opposite sex. The only thing that distortion can do is completely destroy a nation. While the matchmakers danced with joy after welcoming this young stranger, the secretary concluded his report by stating that a young man of accurate origin, who was not a guest, was appointed to the position of mentor during the matchmaker ceremony itself.